Hello, this is Hissatsu 5 and I'm going to make a video about the hissatsu. Finally, my name is Hissatsu 5 and this is the blade that inspired my domain name. Let's take a look at it. I actually got 3 hissatsus with me. These 2 are mine. This one's my brother's. And I'm just going to talk about the purpose and just a little bit about the hissatsu. It's not really a big review or anything, it's just a small video about it, explaining some thoughts and philosophy behind it. I got the satin finish hissatsu because I wanted a more traditional look, and this is pretty much the cheapest you're going to get a Tano, original design Tano, without spending over $100. The blade is the hissatsu style blade. You can see it has a wickedly sharp point. It's very strong on the thrust. You heard me say in one of my other videos that it has a weak point. Let me correct that. It actually has a very strong point when you're thrusting with it, but you can't use it as a pry bar. This is a knife that's made for one purpose. It's not a multi-purpose knife. This knife was made to kill, and that's the only thing it's good for. I mean, I guess you could use it as a, cut string type knife, but it's not made to hunt. It's not made to survive out in the wilderness. It's not made to, open boxes. It's made for one reason only, and that's to kill, either offensively or defensively. And that's why I kind of put off making a video about this knife, is because everybody might not want a knife like this. But just kind of show you on the other side, a little bit more tactical version is the black finish. They also have a desert tan one. Then they have the pocket hissatsu. This one's assisted, and this also in the hissatsu style blade. This is how I'll get my satin finished one. This is called the kushura, or that's pretty much Japanese for pommel. And this is a Zytel handle, and it's made to look like it's wrapped in same, or the ray skin, with the emperor's nodes right there. And the emperor's nodes is only on one side. That's so if you feel the emperor's nodes with this finger or something, you know that the edge is facing that way. And if you don't feel it, the edge is facing towards you. And that's so you can better know which way your knife is facing. The word hissatsu means final blow or finishing blow. I guess you can kind of compare it to coup de grace in France, which means mercy killing, but basically hissatsu means this is what's going to kill you. It's Japanese style knife. This is actually what a Tano is supposed to look like. The other Tanos, I don't like my Recon one, or other Tanos you might see that has that little secondary edge right there. That is a Americanized Tano, and it's not necessarily Japanese. It's just something that America made up, but it's pretty cool, but it's not Japanese. These knives are the sheaths. They're made where they can go right inside the sheath, just like a regular Japanese Tano or katana. You just slide it down here. Can be done one-handed when this is on your person, and it's in though. This is a James Williams is well, I'm not going to say he's the designer of this knife. This knife design has been around since the 15th, 16th century, but he brought it back to life in a modern way with modern steel, modern materials. But You know, it's but he's the one that came up with it. This is actually called a Ikuchi style Tano, which means it has no gold or Tsuba. Tsuba is that little round thing you see on katanas or some Tanos. It's the hand gold. This one don't have one. It's called a Ikuchi style Tano, and this made so you can conceal it that oil, so that when it's inside the sheath and you're drawing it, it won't snag on your clothes or webbing gill and stuff like that. This is a perfect knife for what it's made for. This is made for war. It's made for killing. It's made to take lives and save lives, and it's perfect for that. The one thing, oh, by the way, that is an awesome point. I don't know if you can tell by looking at it. The one thing about these knives, even the Fodal, that's all they're made for. They're not made to do anything else. And a lot of combat knives, like let's just say the K-Ball, for instance, that wasn't made with war in mind. That was made for hunting and camping and, oops, kind of tipped the camera, but that was made for hunting, and it was made for utility purposes, and the Marines just liked it so much they adopted it, and it worked good. It was a good knife. You can defend yourself with it. You can do everyday tasks with it, but it wasn't made for war. But that's kind of one thing I don't like about the hissatsu. I mean, if I needed to kill someone, I know I needed to kill something. God forbid I'd ever have to do it. But you know, if a life was in danger and I had to have a knife, this would be the knife I'd want to defend a life with. I much rather would have a gun, but you know, if I had to not have a knife, this is the knife would like to have in a tactical situation. The only problem is sometimes soldiers, they need something that they can kind of survive out in the woods or desert or whatnot, and this is not a good survival knife for us, you know, opening up cans and boxes and stuff. It's made for killing. That's when you need something like the SRK or something along that sort. You need a backup utility knife. But all in all, this is an awesome knife. It thrusts real good. You can hold it many different ways, like that. Hold it sideways. Punch with it like that. And there was nothing better to protect the precious gift of life with. I recommend this knife for soldiers, but I also recommend that soldiers get a utility knife to use. And I also recommend this more for like SWAT officers, bodyguards, and police officers. But although this might be a little bit too big for police officers, and that's why we have the hissatsu Fodal. When it opens up, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a little latch right there. See that thing moving? That prevents the spring from moving. So it kind of keeps it makes it a fixed blade when it comes out. It's real strong. You can stab through plywood with this, and the blade won't fold out on you. It has a really big bolt, and has ambidextrous open on it. It's ambidextrous, put it left or right-handed. That's just my take on the hissatsu. Some philosophy behind it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I've been kind of behind on my video making. Been having college finals and that kind of stuff's been taking a lot of energy away from me. So I thought I'll get back in the game. I'm Hissatsu 5, and I'm out.